Another Halloween event is coming Pokemon Go with another 2 parts, and many fans are disappointed that the Alola region's fan favorite ghost type, Mimikyu, is still MIA. What's the delay? We're breaking down what may be going on and when we may finally see it, so let's take a look. Welcome back everyone, and happy Halloween! A lot of fans have been expecting Mimikyu to come to Go for many years now, and honestly, I can't blame them. As far back as 2019, we had a Mimikyu costume Pikachu in Go for that year's Halloween event, though to be fair, most new Halloween costume Pokemon reflect the merch sold by the Pokemon centers each year, so that Mimikyu costume is more just to align with the plush they were selling then. However, we're still 3.5 years removed from when Pokemon from the Alola region started debuting in Go. Since March of 2022, we've seen most of that generation's decks arrive. Only these 7 Pokemon lines have yet to debut as of this video. This year's Halloween event saw the debut of the Poltergeist line from Scarlet and Violet's DLC. And they're certainly cool Pokemon, but I know many are upset that they've danced around the Ghost and Fairy type disguise Pokemon for so long. All this wasn't helped by the 2022 and 2023 anniversary artworks for the game, both of which featured Mimikyu. Besides a few exceptions, most of what has been present in these pieces have debuted in Go within a year or so. For it to appear in 2 different ones and then still not debut years later definitely stings. Now to be fair, we did hear in an interview last year that these artworks are not necessarily teasers of what's to come, but instead just what the Pokemon Go team is thinking about internally. Still, I think they knew what they were doing putting Mimikyu in there twice. But the real question is, what's the holdup? When is Mimikyu coming to Go? Obviously, we at TogeTips don't have the exact answer. However, there is an assumed deadline to release it. Up to this point, every regional Go Tour event has featured all the Pokemon in that region's Pokédex, only sometimes excluding Pokemon like Mythicals, like how Sinnoh Tour didn't have Manaphy or Arceus. Still, all of the non-mythical dex entries have been featured in some form, and I don't expect that to change. Presumably, this upcoming 2026 Go Tour will be themed around Kalos, so 2027's would then be Alola themed. It's a very safe bet that we'll have Mimikyu at some point before March of 2027, likely sometime next year. I would personally bet on Mimikyu arriving for next year's Halloween event. It could come a little after that, but I'd say that's the last big opportunity. Although, it could still debut in a random event too. Remember that between this Halloween and last Halloween, we saw the debuts of Sinistea, Galarian Corsola, Dhelmise, Hisuian Zorua, and Honedge. None of those were Halloween debuts, so who knows? I wish we had a better answer because it's a really popular Pokemon, but what I will say is that we shouldn't be waiting too much longer for Mimikyu. At least, I can tell you we're not years away now. But what are your thoughts on Mimikyu? Do you have a prediction of when it'll debut? And how are you enjoying 2025's Halloween event, even without Mimikyu? Let us know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Wild Area is coming up soon, and we'll be analyzing Grimmsnarl in all areas of the game, so stay tuned for that. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, and happy Halloween!